Hey, friends of STRÜB Residential Group. This is Mark STRÜB. I am privileged to sit down today with Stuart Lane, Stewbone. And we're trying to just have a conversation about you and about real estate and kind of what we do here at STRÜB. And in this format as a way to hopefully just reach people a little differently. Real estate being such a close-knit relationship as it is, it's kind of nice to see a little deeper into who you will be working with, or who you might want to choose to partner with. So I thought you and I could just have a chat and see how that comes through.
All
right, sounds good. So my first question for you is just to kind of tell us about you. What makes Stew?
I don't know. I was just a drummer and a cook for all these years, and I was privileged to be able to travel the country, perform internationally. There was always some kind of job waiting for me when I got back, and I had the time local, but I got married. Wife wanted me to settle down, so I needed to find something different.
Yeah.
It's kind of a long story as to how I became a realtor, but first thing I did is I tried to become a loan officer. Put in my resume, they gave me the interview, long hair and all, and they gave the job to somebody with more experience.
Yeah.
And then they tossed my resume to you back in the day when y'all needed an assistant, and you're like, Stuart, we gave the job to somebody else who seemed like more of a 9-to-5 grinder. You seemed too entrepreneurial for the position that I'm offering, and so
I did tell you that, and I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't know how quickly we'd get to that, but it's a huge part of our history together. So Stuart is he's the OG Uber agent who came on as an expansion because the business had just started to flourish after the recession, and we were getting to be so much business that I first reached out for an assistant, and I interviewed Stuart, and was very impressed. Stuart, you're a really intelligent guy. I tell you that all the time. You know that. But what I knew from that interview was that you needed to be out front doing things for you, and I didn't see you as much as a kind of a caboose or support person for another person. Very entrepreneurial, very smart, very driven, creative. You need your own time to do stuff like your passions. You're an amazing drummer. You're very passionate about disc golf. I know that about you. So I said to Stuart, "Hey Stuart, I don't want you as an assistant. I think you should look at getting your own license." And
that's exactly what I did.
And that's what he did.
And then I kept hitting this guy up, every 4 to 6 weeks or so. We used to go to the Flying Saucer in the Triangle.
Oh man, I miss it. I miss it. Yeah. What brought you to Austin?
Drums.
Yeah.
I went to college, studied music theory, composition. Played in different bands in college. It was actually, I guess big picture, there were about 26 of us. I went to school in Grinnell, Grinnell College in Grinnell, Iowa. And there were a little more than 24 of us who were around like 3 graduating class years who all kind of slowly moved down here together.
Yeah, Austin's got something for everybody, and certainly in the music world, and just the collaboration of, wouldn't you say that also the musicians here are very generous, just like others are, to help each other and share, and that just sums up Austin for me, which is kind of, one of my questions that's a segue into like, what are your favorite things about Austin? And you touched on many, but just to kind of sum it up, like what keeps you here?
I could play disc golf year round. I don't have to wait for snow to melt to do the outdoor sports. Still get to play my drums. I'm very passionate about that. I've got gig after gig. And beyond that, I've laid roots down here. I really like everything about the city. Commuting around, dealing, embracing the traffic, which we all have to do. There's so many great places to eat.
For sure.
And, now that I'm a father, it's fun to watch, just in the neighborhood, all the friends that my daughter's making. In the hood, at school. I don't see myself anywhere else at this point.
I know, right?
There's no reason to search for greener pastures. I feel like I'm here.
So Austin is an obvious, but why real estate?
It just seemed like the perfect fit, the perfect segue for me. I can take a lot of, what I had learned as a drummer, not just in like trying to look at that from a business sense, but in networking and knowing how you want to treat the people who are giving you the gigs, or people who are coming to your gigs, or people who are eating your food. It's all kind of transferable in that sense, and so it just seemed like kind of a pretty simple segue.
And it's been a natural fit from where I sit. I mean, I think you're an amazing realtor, and you're generous with your time and talent toward people, like you're saying, when you're hosting, when you're cooking, when you're performing for people and bringing them joy in that way. I do think you bring that to your real estate practice as well. People that are fortunate enough to work with you are very, grateful.
Yeah, and I love it.
I know you do.
And
it shows.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
I want everybody to feel good about what they're doing because it's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right?
Real estate
it's
is
a big
awesome.
deal. It's what everybody. It's a common thread around here. It's a big deal, man. So thanks for how well you serve our clients and constituents, and just through your contributions on this team are amazing as well. Being kind of one of the more seasoned and salty dogs around here. A lot of people look to you for a lot of different things, and I certainly appreciate your willingness to give back.
Always.
Yeah, totally. So why STRÜB? Why stick around?
It's for me the best part about this family, and that's exactly what it is. It's a family, and every day I can come into this office, and I can be myself.
Yeah.
I don't ever feel like I have to put a realtor hat on, I have to put my face on, I have to talk in a certain dialect. There's no change. What you see is what you get with all of us, and that's how it should be. I mean, and I think it helps to convey that this really is a people business. The things that we advise our clients to do, we want to make sure that we do them ourselves.
Right.
That's the whole thing. So there's no reason to bring any kind of different personality style to the game, but I see that a lot in the industry.
Definitely.
Somebody that you hang out with, for a drink or two versus when you're talking on the phone about a transaction, that could be two very, very different people, but it's the same person.
Right.
But here, this group, it's just, I find such common comfort that everybody can be that way, and we can all feel good about it.
That's awesome.
The collaboration is everything.
Well, cool. Well, I appreciate that a lot. I love your perspective. I love your contributions, not just to STRÜB residential, but to Austin real estate. It's our goal here to always be kind of setting a standard or raising the bar, so to speak, and you definitely embody that, and I appreciate it.
Super grateful to be part of the team, brother.
Sweet, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Thank you.